Hello everyone, welcome back in the next session. This is session 2.1 or you can say lecture 2.1. In this lesson we are going to cover the topics like indentation, comments, variables, dynamic typing, static typing, multiple assignments, token, identifiers and Python keywords. Everyone please be attentive in this lesson because this is the very fundamental basic concepts of Python. If you have understood these concepts clearly, then your base of Python or any programming language will be very strong, because in all programming languages all these topics are very much common. In all programming languages like C, C++, Java, C#, Python, PHP, in all languages all these topics has to be covered, and these topics are very important. So let's understand what is the use of indentation. Let's understand what is the use of indentation. Now you know what is indentation. Whenever we work in MS Word, indentation means normally extra space from the left margin to the text. Extra space from the left margin to the text in normal Word when we write. That is indentation. I will show you one example, then you understand. For example, in Python, when we are going to write some statement like if 44 is more than 55, colon, after colon if you press enter key, then you can see the space. Our cursor is not going to this next line at the same level just below if. It is just coming little right hand side. This extra space is known as indentation. This indentation in Python is very important. Unlike other programming languages, to define a block we need to use braces or different kinds of curly braces. Okay, but in Python, to define a block we don't need to use any braces, we need to use only indentation. Indentation defines the block of code in Python. So that is why whenever you are going to give any extra space, keep in mind that extra space is required or not. If it is not required, then don't give, otherwise it will throw a kind of error. So that way again we are going to understand. Spaces are used in Python basically with the loops, with if statement, conditional statement, functions and classes, or moreover in a logical way if we understand, so wherever we are going to use colon sign. Whenever we are going to use colon sign, after colon sign we press enter key, then automatically it will take indentation. It will take some space and you have to start writing next programming statement from there only. Now again I am going to show you how to find it. For example, this is a program where I am just printing a line, right? This line is just printed as it is, but if I am defining a variable like h equal to 400, if h is more than 500, then what to do? Print hello. Now else will come just below the if, and again colon sign, press enter, it will take auto indent. It means now this statement which we are writing here, print by, this is the part of else statement. This print statement hello is a part of if statement if condition is true, and if condition is going to be false, then this print statement will be printed. So automatically you can see it is defining the indentation. If again we are going to write one more statement like print anything else, then if condition is true, only then these two statement will be printed. It means it is a kind of block. So in this way we are defining a block. Now if condition is going to be true, again we can write loop, suppose for a in range 5, again colon sign, press enter, Now you can see cursor is blinking little right hand side with extra space. Now this print statement is going to be the part of this loop. If I am writing here just a plus symbol for example, so now it means if first condition is if h value is going to be more than 500, then this condition will be true, and after becoming true all this will be executed. Now this print statement is part of this for loop, nothing else. So let us try. Press F5, save the code. Suppose example 1. Now you can see output buy is coming. Now if I am going to change the value of h from 400 to 600, which is going to be true, again execute the program by pressing F5. Now we can see hello is printing, the second statement is being printed, and now this 5 plus symbols are being printed with the help of for loop. So this is the use of indentation. So this is very important. Keep in mind, indentation is very important to define the block of code in Python. And logically, or you can say this is a kind of trick, wherever this colon symbol is used, after just using this colon symbol, press enter, it will take auto indent. Okay, and if you want to come out of this if and out of this loop, then press backspace, come below just if and else statement in the same column, and again print, or use any programming statement that will be out of block of all the programs. Okay, once again press F5, resave, and you can see output last line is printed here. Okay, so this I hope understood. If any doubt is there, you can send me comment, we will discuss again, I can tell you, right? Now in this example also, which is displayed on the screen, you can see def is a keyword, function is defined here. Now under this function we have colon sign. After this colon sign, if statement is given, after again if name colon sign, again print is coming little right hand side. So you can see a block of statements are defined here. So you can see whatever statements are given here, that is given with the help of some indent, and that indent is defining which block of code is that, right? Okay, so next topic we have now comments. Comments are very important part of any programming language. In Python also comment is very important. Basically comments are used to explain the code and make it more readable. While program is being executed, these comments will be ignored by the interpreter and it will not result any output. So that is why whenever you want to put any logic, and that logic is very important to make understand any other programmer or your student, then you have to put after that statement comment, right? Just like we can see on the screen, we have two types of comments. First is single line comment and second is multi-line comments. In Python, whenever we want to use single line comment, then we have to type hash symbol just at the beginning of that line. As soon as we are typing hash symbol in the beginning of any line, that will be a kind of comment that will not be executed, and that will be only for the reading purpose, only for the understanding purpose. I will show you one example. Like in the same program, the example which we have taken here, I am writing multiple statement, like this is first line printing, this is second, third, fourth, and just I am changing here the values so that we can check different outputs. For example, plus symbol, and this I am taking as any character, right? Now I am going to print the same statement. Press F5, save the code. Now here we can see, once again I am running it. Now here we can see all the lines are printing in the same way as we have written here. But what happened if we put hash symbol in the front of print statement very first? Then after executing this, you can see the first line is not printed, right? So that is ignored by the interpreter. In the same way, if we are putting hash symbol again, then only last statement will be printed. Now first three line is going to be ignored by the interpreter. It will not be executed and any result will not generate. Now this is one example of comment. If you want to give all the statement together in single comment, then use triple quote together, then all the statements will be the part of comment. This is known as multi-line comment. Okay, so nothing is being printed here. One more example I just want to give you. For example, if I'm writing here x equal to some value, and now I want to write what is the use of x here. So I'm just writing here x equal to 500 and hash. This is a variable for input value. Print x. Now after printing this program, we can see we can find the output only 500. This statement is not printed. This is a part of comment, right? So this is comment, and if you want to provide all this program into comment, then use triple quotes in the beginning, at the end. Now this will be the part of comment and nothing will be executed. Multi-line comments are useful when you want to run different parts of program to check the proper output. Suppose you're making a program or a small project which consists 500, 1000 lines of code, and you want to test one block of code at a time without running all program. So better to comment all the codes except the part which you want to execute, and if it is working properly, then remove the comment, then test next part of program. So this is the way how we use comment. Next we have variables. Variable, you can say it is a base of any programming language. Basically, what is variable? Variable is a kind of name which is used to store some data value, right? Suppose for example, if I'm calling you, then how I will call you? Your name is Ajay, so I will be calling you Ajay. Ajay means I am calling complete male body, right? The complete body which is already organized, that is a that complete structure is given a part of name. That name is Ajay. In the same, in programming language, we provide a name to the data, and that data can be executed anywhere in the program with the help of that name. That name is known as variable. Now we have some rules to define variable which are very important in all the programming languages, especially in Python. These variable naming rules we have to follow. If you are not following this naming rule, then it will display error. What is the first rule? The variable name must start with the letter A to Z and any underscore. Means whatever name you're writing for defining a variable, it must have only alphabets A to Z, either small letter or capital letter, and only underscore as a special symbol. No space, no digit, no any other special symbol will be used in naming variable. Understood? Variable names are case sensitive in Python. Means if you're writing name in complete small letter or first letter of name is capital, then both are different. I will be displaying you an example. And variable name cannot have Python keywords. Keywords, what are the keywords? I will discuss in the next slide. So variable name also should not have any keywords of Python, otherwise it will throw error. Now let us have example of variable name. Now for example, if I am writing here x equal to 400 and printing here x, so this x is a kind of variable. If I am writing here number 1, number underscore 1 equal to some value, so this is correct. This is a kind of variable. Number underscore 1 is a kind of variable. For example, if I am writing here subject 1. This is correct because we are having alphabets and numbers, but the rule is that number should not be the first letter. Number may come after first alphabet or underscore, but first letter of variable should never be any number except A to Z characters or underscore, right? What happens if we start with the letter or number? Suppose 3 subject equal to some value. So now you can see syntax error is thrown here, invalid decimal letter. This variable name is not allowed, right? In the same way, if we write here, suppose discount 10%. So now we are using here 10%, that is also not possible. Again, discount 10% equal to some value. So basically we are using a percent symbol, which is not allowed. So again, special symbols are not allowed. The first letter must be underscore, like A1 underscore A1 equal to some value, underscore B1 equal to some value. Now underscore A1 plus underscore B1, if we combine them, then result will be coming here. Now one more thing I would like to guide all of you. Whenever we write a variable name, then we must use the name of variable which is relevant to the program. If you are writing a program for computing banking system, then we must use variable name like debit, credit, like account info. Some relevant name we must use, not like any random name, because that will increase the readability of the program. And in future, if you are going to modify the same program for different purpose, it will be easier to understand for what purpose which part of program is used. So that is why variable name should be relevant with the program, right? I hope understood. If any doubt, you can send me comment. Next, some examples are here. We can see what are the valid variable name defining rules and what are the invalid variables names. So as you can see in first line, here we have my underscore var equal to 10, which is valid, underscore var1 equal to 20 is valid, but here we have second underscore var 30, which is invalid. Why? Because 2 is a kind of numeric value. And the fourth line we have if equal to 40, it is also invalid variable name. Why? Because if is a kind of keyword in Python. Again, what is keyword I will discuss in the next slide, don't worry. Now reassigning variables, this is one of the very good concept of Python, which is not available basically in other languages. Reassigning variable, or you can say also dynamic typing. Dynamic typing means once variable is declared, once variable is given a value, then the type of that variable will be according to the value. Means if you have assigned x equal to 10, now the type of variable will be integer, means numeric, depending on the value. If later on in the next statement, if you are changing the value of the same variable from 10 to hello how are you, now hello how are you is not a number, it is a kind of a string text, so the type will be changed. In the same way, if you are going to use a number with some decimal value, it will change to the float. So this is known as the reassigning of variables, or also you can say dynamic typing of variable. I will show you with the help of one example. If we write here, suppose var1 equal to 55. So now this is a variable which is holding 55, which is a kind of integer value. Integer means numeric value. If you are writing here var1 equal to my name is Sagar. Now what happens? Let us try to print var1. If we print var1, it will display my name is Sagar, not 55. Why? Because first of all, because of dynamic typing, the previous contents got changed and new contents which was updated last time, that is my name is Sagar. In the same way, if again I am going to write var1 equal to some numeric value and try to print var1, it will display numeric value. my name is Sagar has been changed. Okay, so this is the concept of variable name dynamic typing. Second concept is here ki, the type of variable is depending on the given data. Whatever data we have assigned to the variable, according to that data the type of variable will be defined in Python. And Python is having one more credibility, one more feature, that ki once variable is not utilized by any part of program, it will be released. The memory which is allocated to that variable will be released automatically. This is one of the key feature of Python which we have already discussed in the first lecture. This is the garbage collection feature of Python, which is making it very good. Unnecessary space which is not utilized by the program will be released, right? Now, so we have understood about the dynamic typing. Now, some more features are there with the variable: multiple assignments, assigning the same value to multiple variables, and checking the type of variables. Now, first of all, let us understand what is multiple assignments. This feature of multiple assignment is not available in any other programming languages. For example, if you want to give marks to subject 1, subject 2, subject 3, subject 4, for example, suppose S1, S2, S3 equal to some marks. We have given the 3 equal marks. Okay, now if we print S1, it will display 44. If we print S2, it will display 55, and if we print S3, it will display 66. This is known as multiple assignment. Means you don't need to write S1 equal to 44, S2 equal to 55 multiple time. If you have multiple value to be stored in multiple variables, so you don't need to write separately. This feature is available in Python, where we can write all the variables separated by comma and all the values separated by comma, but the condition is that the sequence will be followed in the same manner. The very first value, right hand side of the equal operator, will be transferred to the very first variable, left hand side, right? Like in this program, this 44 will be transferred to S1, this 55 will be transferred to S2, and this 66 will be transferred to S3. It is not like that 55 will be transferred to S3. This is not happening, right? This is multiple assignment. Next is assigning the same value to multiple variables. This is very important. Try to understand what happened when we define the same value to multiple variables in Python, and what happened when we define multiple values to multiple variables. Both are different. Try to understand this concept. Here, when we define S1, S2, S3 with different values, then all these 3 variables will occupy different memory location in memory, right? But when we write here, assigning the same value to multiple variables and assigning multiple variables with multiple value, both are different in Python. What happened when we define multiple variable with multiple values, then each variable will occupy separate memory location into the memory. But when we declare when we assign the same value to multiple variables, then all variables will share the same memory location until the value is changed. For example, here if we are writing here x1 equal to x2 equal to x3 equal to 100, then in memory x1, x2, x3 will not get separate memory location with their separate values. They will have a common location which is storing 100, and they will share a copy of same value. But in future, if we are writing x equal to some different value, so now x1 will get a separate memory location with separate value. Now the location of memory will be changed. This is very important feature of Python, which is making it easier to avoid the use of unnecessary memory, right? Next is dynamic typing. Already we have discussed what is dynamic typing and how to check the type of variable. suppose we want to check which type of variable is this, then we have a function, predefined function, which is known as type. So that we can use for checking the variable type. Let us check the example. Suppose I am writing here x equal to 33. So just write type and put x here. So now you can see int. If you write here g equal to hello and just again write type and put g into this, it will display string. So type is a kind of function. It is a predefined function, built-in function. You can say it is a part of a Python library which provides the type of variable, which type of variable we are using. Again, if we write u equal to some decimal values, then again write type, just type, and you put u, it will display float. Understood? So this is the use of variable. Next we have keywords in Python. Now what are the keywords in Python? Basically Python reserves some words that have a special meaning in Python and which cannot be used as identifier, which cannot be used as variable name, which cannot be used for any other purpose. Those words are reserved with the programming concept, and those words can be used only with proper syntax rules. So those words are known as keywords, which are the reserved words in Python. For example, if, for, while, def, class, true, false, all these are the keywords in Python, right? We need to import keyword module. How to import? Use import statement, keyword. Now just use print statement, print keyword dot kw list. Sorry, it's a function, kw list. We have forgot here key. Now just again print keyword dot kw list. This will display list of all the keywords available in Python. So with the help of this list of keywords, you can understand what are the keywords, and those keywords should be avoided while naming a variable. Okay. Literals. What are the literals? Now fixed values in the programming. Hello. Now let us understand what is literal. The fixed values used in code which cannot be changed, that is known as literal. For example, just like we write here name equal to Ravi. So Ravi is a kind of literal which can never be changed. Just like a numeric value 42, 3.14, these are the values which will be having the same value, which will never be changed. These are literal. Okay. For example, x equal to 100, 100 is an integer literal, pi equal to 3.14, 3.14 is a floating literal. Pi is a kind of variable which can have different value. The value will can change in future, but 3.14 is a kind of literal which will has the same value. 3.14 cannot be 3.15 or 3.16. It will have always the same value. In the same way, name equal to John. John is a kind of string literal which has the same value. John cannot be changed, but name can be changed because that is variable. So these are the literals. Now we come to the operator. What are the operators in Python? Operators are some special symbols which are used to perform some special operations on given operands. Operand means on given values, right? For example, result equal to a plus b is given here. Result equal to a plus b, equal and plus symbol, both are operator. A, b, both are operand, and the value after processing is going to be stored into result, that is kind of variable. It means the value or variable which are used with operator are known as operand, and the symbol which is used to combine these two values to generate any new result is known as operator. The operators are always used for providing some different result based on processing. So we have different types of operators in Python. Arithmetic operator, which includes plus, minus, into, divided by, and percent symbol, modulus symbol. Comparison operator, double equal sign, not equal to, greater than, less than. Logical operator, and or not, and assignment operator, equal sign. So all these operators examples will be covering into next video one by one, because all these examples will be having little lengthy process. Now we have punctuators and white spaces in Python. Punctuators are what? Symbols used to structure and organize the code, like punctuator marks in English. These are included like parentheses, braces or bracket, colons, comma, semicolons, periods, indentations. Sometimes white spaces are also counted into punctuators only. We also can say these are the delimiters, which are used to separate one part of program to other. Examples are given here, like def function a comma b. Now here this symbol, which is known as the bracket, or you can say parentheses, are the punctuators, right? Here punctuators are again colon symbol. Spaces, tabs and new lines that separates the tokens in Python are also very useful. Python is very sensitive to indentation, means white spaces at the beginning of a line, and uses it to define the structure of the code. So it is very important whenever we are giving any white space in Python programming, we must be careful. It can create errors if we are not using properly. Thanks for watching this video. If you are in doubt, you can write in the comment. We will send you the solution again. Thank you.